Now, welcoming him into my life was the worst decision I ever made. So, before I give you my story, I want to say thank you to my subscribers. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for trusting me. I'll not fail you. I'll do my best to give you the content. Now, I want to share a story that I have learned a lot from, because I want you to learn from this story. And now, the very first time I met Daniel, he was a very good looking man and he was down to earth. Alikuwa chini kabisa. And now Daniel comes into my life when I was not doing so bad. I had my own house. This is especially after graduating from campus. I had my own house and I was doing a little bit better. Hata kama I didn't have a lot to offer, but at least I was somewhere in life. So I meet Daniel, at this point Daniel was a stranger, but he was in a very, very, very needy situation and he didn't have somewhere to stay. So I decided to host Daniel for the first day. I took Daniel to my house, welcomed him, and gave him the guest room to stay. So Daniel overstayed the visit because I was not able to actually throw him out, because that night he shared a very, 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 I don't know, call it painful story that he was going through a lot. And now, being a kind person, I just looked at him and felt like I need to help him. So I could go to work, leave Daniel at home. He was a very calm man, composed, and of course Daniel could help me with the house errands. He could cook, he could clean, he could do everything, literally everything in the house. And by the time I'm coming in the evening, everything was done, like everything was in order. So over time we stayed for a month and two, and trust started growing because Daniel was a very cheerful person. We could talk, like we just started vibing, and the vibe was vibing anyway, so I did not see it coming. I did not see it coming at that point. So we stayed, and I think the trust started. We overshared. I shared over time. I shared my dreams. I shared my fears. I even gave him my keys because he could at least angetoka kidogo, could just loiter in the nearby market and then come back in the evening. So trust was not even a question because he had stayed for some time and I could see that he was a good man. That is, from at that point, vile nilimuona, he was a very good person and I just trusted him. So we shared a lot. And now one day I come home, my house is open, the door is not locked. And nothing clicked into my mind at that particular time, really, because I knew Daniel is around. So the first time I knew Daniel was around, so I just went straight, entered into my door. Oh my God, guess what? My house was empty. Literally everything. My clothes, my laptop, my TV, everything, my bed, everything was gone, literally gone. And I was just now wondering, and in my mind, I started thinking like, no, this is a big joke. Daniel cannot do this. So the neighbor told me that the man you've been living with told us that you have gotten a bigger house and now you are moving to another house and you are vacating. And I felt like, oh, now that is when now actually the reality hit me that nimeibiwa and everything is gone. So I just sat down at the door, of course with tears coming out, and I was confused. I didn't know what to do. And now one of the neighbor now came and asked me what's going on. And I told that lady, I don't know. And actually I didn't know what was going on because, come on, who does that? I I fend you. I hosted you in my house. I have shared all my dreams with you. I have shared all my fears with you. So I didn't expect that whatever Daniel did, he could have done that to me. So I called the police, of course, reported. But apparently after a few days, they came to realize that the person who introduced himself to me as Daniel was not actually called Daniel. He was a completely different person with a different name. And Daniel, the work of Daniel was to scam or to take advantage of people's kindness. And he was reported of having done that to so many women and so many ladies in that town. Not in that town, but in that area. And he was known. I don't know. I wondered, why didn't I know him? So that's being said, to cut the long story short, it took me time to heal. You can imagine now starting buying the mattress, kulala chini, you end a bed, you end everything, buying TV, my laptop is gone, my clothes are gone. The following day I'm supposed to go to work and I'm wondering, where do I start? Remember, at this time, the work, hii kazi yenye nafanya is just a temporary job. It didn't pay me much. But now I have to start from scratch. I couldn't tell my family. I just kept quiet. I told them after a few weeks and gone by, because I really needed them to help me, because at this point I didn't know how to survive. So luckily I was able to do 1-2-1-2 and I was able to survive. But I learned something that I want to share with you now. Kindness must be guided by wisdom. That is something that I will tell you, because the kind people sometimes get taken advantage of. So kindness must be guided by wisdom. Trust should grow slowly. Don't trust someone because by their physical appearance. Don't trust someone because you've seen them and you've listened to their story. People out here can lie. So please, if you're kind, being kind is a good thing, but make sure that that kindness is guided by wisdom. You must use your wisdom. And from there, from that point, it takes me some time nowadays to trust people, because I had to learn the hard way. So kindness should be guided by wisdom, and trust should grow slowly like a tree and should be rooted in time. Don't trust people that easily. And the moral lesson here is, not everyone who comes into your life is meant to stay. Trust is earned and not given. So sometimes the people we welcome in our lives cause us a lot of problems and trouble. So one thing that I want you to learn tonight is, not everyone who comes into your life is meant to stay. When their purpose is over, let them go. Another thing, do not trust easily. People out here have ill intentions. People out here have sweet tongues. They will make promises. They will look innocent. But at the end of the day, they are not who they pretend to be. So I hope you learn from my story. Continue sharing continue sharing the link so that people can subscribe, because so many good things are coming. So many good things are coming in this channel. So thank you so much. Thank you so much. Have a good night. Have a good time from wherever you'll be watching this video from. So it's a wrap for tonight. Bye.